Well, by the time it broke in the news, I was already pretty clear about the epidemic. I was living in San Francisco. I moved there in 1969, and so it became pretty obvious to us right away that it was an issue among the gay community. Interestingly enough, the big question for them, they were all practicing safe sex by this time, because they understood that that's how it was transmitted, but the big question for them was whether or not to get tested. It was the death sentence. They didn't have any AZT, they didn't have any cocktail, and you just were gone. That was it. The option to know or not, if you knew, it wouldn't make any difference if you knew or not. But if you knew, then how depressing would that be? And how demoralizing would that be? I went to school for theater, and in the Midwest, actually, and a lot of the people that I met were from the East Coast. And, of course, in theater, a lot of people that were gay. And so their friends and their friends and their friends, and then I stayed in touch with all those people, and some of them moved to New York, and I moved to San Francisco, and then I met, other gay friends. And so that's how the community got. And then as it started snowballing, I would go visit the basketball player,
Magic Johnson. Yes.
I think that was the moment at which the mainstream started thinking started believing that it wasn't just gay men, because because Rock Hudson was a gay man, yep. And so it wasn't like. What didn't impact as much as when Magic Johnson got it, I don't think. Elizabeth Taylor and those people that then stood up and said, we've got to do something about this, and started taking it on as a cause célèbre, and that made it more. Brought it to the forefront, and it forced people to start to think about it and to do something about it, I think, more. Yeah, the good news is, I did lose a lot of really good friends, but I still have a friend who's been living with HIV. He never had any AIDS symptoms. He remained asymptomatic, but it's been 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah, miracle man. Wow. He was in Manhattan, and he drugs, alcohol, indiscriminate sex, and stopped drinking, stopped everything, and it's been 19 years, and he's doing fine. Mm-hmm. He's on the drugs, mm-hmm. the cocktail, but so it's not a death sentence anymore, which is the good news.